Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld. We'll be back. Stone Block 3 land. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Isn't it marvellous? Ugh, the speed of that. It's just ripping it up, and I'm so happy. So happy. I have taken my ME interface off because I think I need a storage bus, not an ME interface. I think that's where I've gone wrong, and I think that's why it doesn't work. And I'm hoping that's why it doesn't work, because if I put this on and it still doesn't work, then that's not why it doesn't work. Kind of the sentence explains itself in an unnecessary way. I could see a few minutes ago I could see where this bloody thing was on here, and now I can't see it. That's the one. ME storage bus. So we need a pushy piston and a pulley piston. So we need two pistons. I can do pistons. Pistons I can do. If we hadn't got rid of all the redstone and iron, pistons I can do. Can we grab a little bit? We've got cobble on us. Redstone's in there. We might be able to make the pistons in the ME system. Watch this. Watch this. Damn. Slowing down again. That. One. And two. Two pistons. Perfect. Good. Clear that lot. Nice. So that worked. So happy. I'm so happy. We're getting somewhere. Somewhere is where we're getting. And then we want to make one of them sticky. We have some slime balls because there were slimes. They're not now. There were slimes. On top. So we put the ME in the middle, and then that should. I'm hoping. We'll see what that gives us. It might work, it might not. If it does, amazing. If it doesn't, arse. That's a technical term. The whole arse thing. We're breaking that. We're breaking that quicker. Because, damn. Spadook, and then spadook. Let that settle. Are you settled? You seem settled. Are you happy? You seem happy. Bob. Brilliant. Now we see everything. We see literally everything. That's good. We see the iron in all three formats. That's just chuffing brilliant. That's just chuffing brilliant. It works. Finally. Something in this godforsaken crap hole of a base works. Nice. So we could use that for making weird extra bits, but generally that's doing what it's supposed to do. Nice. I like that. So everything that we're producing back over there, apart from these two, which we probably don't really want in there now, but I'm terrified about taking stuff out of there, because this is just going to spaff garbage at me. It's working the way it's supposed to. Nice. And we've got plenty of clay. We have got clay in there. We are nerfing the clay, aren't we? We are. Good. Good! I mean, that doesn't get any better than that. That's doing its job. Are you in my room downstairs, my friend? I'm just egg hunter, you know, these days. I'm just egg hunter. You are not in my room. You are in the floor. You could bloody stay there as well. I'm hoping he doesn't start breaking things. I don't think he will, but I'm worried nonetheless. I am concerned. I have reservations. I can smell my dinner, by the way. My dinner smells very nice. It's happily cooking away downstairs at the moment. It smells good. What are we going to make now, then? That's doing that. We are going to need to make... I'm just trying to think now. We can make an export bus for this, can't we? We're going to need to bring this downstairs in a different pipe. This pipe that comes from downstairs isn't going to be good enough because this has already got one thing, two things on it. There's capacity there, but I think this is going to be my working pipe. So we probably need to extend this out so that we can have another wire. I'd probably go 2, to be honest with you. So we can have another wire going down, which is going to look ugly, but I can't really help that. And then that wire can work with the machines we've got down here. Because what we want to do initially, I think, is automate this one. So we want to feed silicon on demand into the back of this, because that hopper feeds silicon in, and then take what it produces and puts it in this one. And we want this one to be making the demand. So this one, it should just backlog, shouldn't it? Should just backlog, I think. And backlogging is not a bad thing. As long as it doesn't start deleting stuff, we're okay. Because the quartz is made by cooking the quartz dust. And we're going to run out of quartz dust powerful bloody quick. The coal is rocketing up, by the way. Right, we need to make now. We're going back to create. Or are we? If we go with a dispenser, what's a dispenser cost me? A bow and arrow. Or just a bow. You know, if you want to be, you know, completely accurate about it, just a bow. Don't really want that much redstone, but I'll take it. What I want to do is try and fill a tank with water. That's my primary job. And then maybe I can have redstone controlled pumps. Flip a lever and my lava tank and my water tank will simultaneously start deploying lava and water into the smeltery, and I won't overwhelm it. Because I'm concerned about overwhelming, just too much water, too much lava, that kind of thing. That's my primary bugbear, I think, at the moment. 1, 2, 3. We are down on string, you know. I wonder if that bow will do for what we want. It's busted. It's busted like a busted thing, but maybe... Oh no, it won't. It won't do. It just won't do. It will not do. What it won't do is do. That's what it won't do. And that's bad. Bad news bears. So the bow is that, and that. And that makes that. Good. Now can we make the dispenser? Yeah, now we can make the dispenser. So it's got to be a perfect bow. Which kind of pisses me off a little bit. Kind of pisses me right off that you can't use a broken bow for that. Because this is using up all of our string. But we do have a wool source, and wool will make more string, I think. Never 100% sure on that one. So we need to try and make a water source that will populate a tank. We're going to try and do that round the back of this thing. And then we've got a tank of lava here, which we can have a pump that activates here and goes in there. Maybe it's going to be... Yeah. If we have... Oh, that's going to be a pain. If we continue this on and underneath there we have one of those chain break things so that we can interrupt the flow here so that the pump doesn't work. And no, we can't do that, can we? Oh, can do that. We can do that. If we have the pump there. And then we can run a conveyor belt that way. And do something similar back here. So we kind of need a tank in roughly the same place back here. That is going to fill with lava. So we'll just say there's going to be a tank approximately here. That will fill with water. And then that will get pumped forwards through here. And theoretically into the smeltery there. And it will be on... So the pump's going to be there. There might be some shenanigans going on with this, you know. It might have to do a big twisty-turny to come back on itself. Because it's right in line. because we want pipe, pump, and then it needs to turn. In here it's not so bad. In here it's not the end of the world, but out there it could be messy. And messy's not good. So we want to kind of go 2x2 water source. And then in there is where we're going to put the dispenser. Like that. That's round the wrong way. Amazing. So what I think we'll do is we'll put the dispenser in like that. And then that's round the right way. That will then pipe out a bucket of water. Oh, God. Oh, God, God, God. Because we've got no good pipes, have we? Moving an item. We need to filter that item. We need to be able to say, we've got the create way of doing it, but the create way of doing it, I suppose we could just suck it straight into, where's this tank going to be? Tank's going to be somewhere around here. So we kind of want the other dispenser to be like that. And that's going to fill a tank. So we pull out of there into a chest, probably into a chest, because these do work with chests, don't they? Because we've done that on that conveyor belt. We have a chest. Oh no, because the chest is picking up, isn't it? Huh. Okay. Let's see what happens. There's some deep thought going in here. I am uncomfortable with deep thought. It makes my head hurt. Yeah, the chest just... We could dispense and then pick up. It seems extraneous. I can't... This is the problem I have with create. It seems to create unnecessary problems. Rather than a pipe that can just pull straight from an inventory, they have something that's designed to pull from an inventory onto something. It's not an inventory to inventory system. It's more elaborate, and it might be too overly elaborate. So if I give that a redstone signal, which I can do with one of these jobbies. Didn't really want to put all my cobble in there, but the game was being a bit of a knob. Then that gives us a bucket of water. So we need a redstone clock on that anyway. And then we need something that's going to pull. And the only thing we found that can pull specific blocks at the moment is the funnel thing. Is this. But that's just going to throw it onto the floor, isn't it? And that's no good for us. And these pipes don't have any form of filtering control. Do they? There he is. Yeah, these just move one thing from another pipe from one place to another place, which is fine. And for us, it's doing a great job because it's pulling multiple objects, but it's only moving them because it can find a destination for them. It doesn't pull them if it can't find a destination for them. But we can't be that specific. We can be that specific. If we use storage drawers locked to a specific type, we need these buckets to go into that dispenser, but only when full, and then empty ones to come from there and go in there. If we put a hopper above that, and then a storage drawer above that that's locked to empty buckets, this will only pull empty buckets out. If we put the same here with a storage drawer that's locked to full buckets, that should only pull... Yeah, let's try that. Damn, that hurt my head. Damn, that hurt my head. So we need 2 hoppers, 2 storage drawers, more wood apparently, and the controller for the storage drawers would be good. That's getting full. I like that. I like that. It's been going a while though. I think we can all agree that's been going a bloody while. Doop 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 doop. I don't want to do that. That would be a mistake. Right, let's do that, and then we'll make 2 chests and 2 storage drawers. Good. And then they can be locked down. We need configuring tool, I believe. And we need 2 hoppers, which is 2 more chests, which we had the wood for, probably. 1, 2. Nice. And then we need some iron, which we can get at the other crafting majig. Do we have any of these pipes? I know we ran it pretty close to the wire last time we did any work with them. 15. We didn't run it pretty close to the wire. We've got a shit ton. What just happened? Oh. I'm being dumb. Don't mind me, I'm being dumb. Look at me, I'm a dumb. Hoppers. Can you make me, if I give you those, and then a do, put that back. What? 2 hoppers. Okay, clear that. Nice. I think there's going to be issues with things going where they're not supposed to go, but I'm not worrying about that right now. That needs to go on the side of there. That needs to go on the side of there. No, that goes on the top of there, doesn't it? That's not where that goes at all. Now I need the pickaxe that I moved. So that goes on top of there, and then on top of that we have the storage drawer like that, and then on top of that we have the storage drawer like that, and that is gonna have, if I we might need to break the hoppers again. Break the hoppers out. Break the hoppers out. Nice. Got both hoppers? We've got both hoppers. Right, so this one is full buckets, and the linking tool can be used to lock that down. That's locked now to full buckets. That one is locked to empty buckets. So that will never take a full bucket. That will never take a full bucket. That will never take an empty bucket. Yes. Right. So that goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. So that's now got a full bucket in it. That's now got an empty bucket in it. Perfect. So if we say pipe. Like that. And then... This is ugly. Pipe like that. Then that should, theoretically, move the buckets around. But then we need to deploy a redstone signal. Wow. Just wow. We need to deploy multiple redstone signals to multiple places. We need the wrench. We need... Not pretty pipes. We need that one. Pipes. You can have that back, because I'm done with that, I think. Unless I'm not, in which case you can't have that back. And we need to make a jumbo tank as well. So that needs to be like that. And then in here, that needs to be like that. So they will just draw. So in theory, if I put a bucket of water in there, it goes and ends up in there. Nice. And if I put an empty bucket in there, it goes and ends up in there. Perfect. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We can't get through there. So we are creating a place where stuff will do stuff. Not gonna lie, it's kind of melting my brain a little bit, what we're doing there. I'm trying to think the next phase of it. What is the next phase of that? We need, come on, brain. A jumbo tank, that's it. Jumbo tank. We need to thank the jumbo tank by saying, thanks, tank. Like that. And we've got 3 more hay bales. Actually, we've got enough hay bales now to make a breeder. And that's a good thing. And we wanted to make a jumbo tank. J-U-M-B-O. Jumbo tank. That's what we need to make. Which is iron and a singularity tank. Singularity tank is iron and glass. I don't think we have any glass in the ME system yet. We have an ME system in the ME system. But I don't think we have singularity glass in any sort of glass in here. Tank, a kabuki, singularity tanks, but we need 1. This could be messy. Dip, 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 dip. I think it's 4 of them. 4, nice. And then to make that a bigger tank, we go bop, bop, jumbo tank, got. I'm dead curious as to what's in that card now. I think that card's going to be a mess. Someone just made some horrible noises somewhere. So that's going to go there. Have I still got the lever on me? I have. Okay, so if I... Alright, bear with me on this one. Getting a redstone signal onto that boy is going to be messy. But initially we'll put the lever on that one. And we will put a bucket of water in there. And that should then appear in there. It does. And we go... That did not do what I wanted it to do. That just threw the bucket of water out. I think there might be an option here for the drain. The create drain. But that just threw my bucket on the floor. So in principle, we've got a kind of thing that works. In practice, we don't. So in principle, we're winning. In practice, we're really not winning. I did find something on the map though during the last timeout interlude between recording sessions. Look at this. It's a starbuncle. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. It's a starbuncle. It's Uncle Buck Starbuncle. I just don't know. I just don't know. Confuses the heck out of me. Right, so what are we doing now then? How are we getting out of this mess? Is it a deployer we want, not a dispenser? Deployer. W to ponder? No. Click on it, W to ponder. I don't really want it to put a flower down. I don't know. Why is this not straightforward? Why is this melting my brain with complexity? These are the questions I feel I need answers to. I genuinely believe this should be more straightforward than it is. And it isn't. And that upsets me quite a bit, in all fairness. So we want that going in, that going in, that going in, that going in, that going in. You can have the glass. I'm sure you can have the glass. You can have that, those two. We've got quite the collection of crap in here now. Yeah. That's right. I thought we'd lost some stuff then, but we haven't. Automation is going to be hard work. Because if we want to automate Certus quartz crystals, we are needing to craft that stuff and that stuff. It's probably worth just getting a shed load of them on the go, isn't it? If I take 2 stacks of that, 2 stacks of that, and then we make seeds. And I believe they go in this first one. Kind of thing. That should give me 4 stacks. Like clearly we have done before. And they can go in there. And that should look healthier in here now. Nice. 486. 328. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's fine. Yeah, things are not being stored in the right places. We might need to do some jiggery pokery there to make things store in the right places, because they're not. And we're going to need to expand this out. And we're going to need to figure out how to solve the water crisis. That's one that's important, I think. But we'll see. But from Furryearsworld for now, I'm going to go scratch my head for a bit. We're going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.